harsh weather arrived to the island. It had been raining for weeks. The rails were damp, making most trains late. James, however, was mostly on time despite these conditions, and sure enough, this got to his smoke box.
You know what, Thomas? The Fat Controller has plans for me.
No time for like my 7 lines in this. Really? I would have never guessed.
Yes, really. I was trusted with an important goods train, because unlike you, I'm always on time.
You got lucky. You would slip all the time otherwise.
Pa, unlike you, I'm a guaranteed connection, so it doesn't matter if I'm a few minutes late. But I'm never late, and never will be.
Like when the viaduct was under repair.
Suddenly, James' steam pressure shot up,
No, like when you fell down the mine. That's when.
and James left the yards. While James was shunting, the weather changed for the worse.
You'll have to be careful this time, James. The weather doesn't seem so welcoming.
While James liked to boast about his luck in the storms, this time he wasn't so sure. They were right. The storm was strong and fierce. Fences were being torn apart. Telephone lines were starting to go down. But James kept going.
Come on, let's keep moving.
Meanwhile, the Fat Controller was concerned. He had ordered all trains to get to their sheds immediately. But no one got to James. None of them expected what was to come. A tree close to the line was starting to fall not so far down the line. James passed through, but the back of the train didn't. James stopped. His crew went back to check on the guard. They found him, but he was injured and couldn't move.
What happened?
Broken leg. You need to get him to a hospital now. Go at it, James.
The driver opened the regulator and James sped off.
I want to get to town.
He kept mumbling to himself. Most of the telephone lines were damaged, so it was hard for them to find a station where they could call in for help. Luckily, though, they did find one soon. They carried the guard in, and soon after the driver joined James and reversed him into a shed. Then they waited till the storm passed. The next morning, the Fat Controller came to the station on board Percy to visit James and his crew. Percy spoke to the men, then to James.
I heard you were a very brave engine and acted quickly in a situation despite the conditions. So, you will have your brass parts polished and a new red coat to go along with it.
Oh, sir. Thank you, sir.
Not long after, James soon returned to work. Most of the debris was cleared. The engines had heard of James's story by now. A lot of them were impressed. but they wouldn't let James know, otherwise his boasting would never end. And there was one big blue engine who was rather jealous that James's story made it into the headlines of the solar newspaper.